Well, hello everybody. It's Mary with Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom us in a little bit right there. And then I'm going to do a quick refresh to be sure that I am actually transmitillating. Oh, I see it zooming on my screen, so there we go. Hello everybody. I appreciate you guys coming and spending part of your evening with me and part of your weekend. Public service announcement. Don't forget to set those clocks forward when you go to bed. It makes it much less painful in the morning. I assure you. It just depresses me no end if I wake up at 6 and then it's 7 all of a sudden and it's like, I just lost a whole hour of the day. All righty. All right, let's see. What do we got? I hear you, Mary. So does that mean some folks were having trouble hearing? Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm actually on, so that's good. So as you might be able to tell from the stamp set name and the big flower, this is the Easter Lilies bundle. And I've also done some masking with the 4 square decorative mask. This is in the annual catalog. Easter Lilies is obviously in the mini catalog. And I've used some pretty springy colors. And here we have on the inside. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and everything will be on my blog tomorrow, so no worries there. The first thing I'm going to do is my card front, and I'm going to use a piece of lemon. Well, actually, let me go ahead and put the DSP on the front of the card base first. I have an old olive card base and a piece of the flowering Zinnias cardstock, or DSP, which I love so very much. So let's go ahead and adhere this with some liquid glue. Northwest Florida. Yeah, good. We are all over the country, and I love that. That makes me very excited and happy. Oh, one more public service announcement before I forget. Next week, I will be at Onstage, which is in Houston, Texas. So I leave on Thursday morning. I get home on Sunday evening. I will have my phone. I will have my email, but response times may be a little delayed, okay? So don't fret. I will answer, but I probably won't answer a phone call unless, you send me a text and you say, Mary, it's Bobby Sue and it's 911. Call me right away. I don't know what Stampin' Up! Emergency there could be, but maybe. I don't know. Also, we will not be having a YouTube video on Thursday, nor on Saturday evening, all right? And for those of you who join me for Zoom the Craft Rooms, there will be no Zoom the Craft Room on Thursday evening. So once we get done today, my next video will be the Thursday video a week from this Thursday. Did that make sense? Did you get that? Okay. That might not be exactly the accurate calendar days, but you know what I'm trying to say. We will have a Zoom the Craft Room on this Monday, and then that'll be our last one until the Monday after that. Okay, so this was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but sometimes when you do this, you get a little bit of overlap there, and so you just want to use your trimmer to trim that off, and I can assure you, ask me how I know, thank you, Nancy, that it's really quite best if you fix that before you get stuff on your card front. Just saying. I mean, I've done it where it already had the stuff on it, but it really is better if you do it before. Much better. Easier on the card, easier on your trimmer, easier on all the parts. And if you get a little bit of a rough area there, just take your bone folder. That's very easy to say. Oh, there it is. Take your bone folder and give that a rub. And I still need to trim some of that. I did just a fine job. See, what happens is you lose a little bit for the fold. So you kind of want to trim that off, because otherwise, it's like the back of your... Well, I'll be hornswoggled. That is just being a pill pot. Being a pill pot. All right. Now I'm going to take a bite out of it now. Okay. That's going to get it. That's going to get it right there. I just know it. Then take your bone folder and give that a little too. And if you've still got a piece being a pill, take your trimmers, your paper snips, and just show it who's boss. What is it I always say? It's paper. Make it do what you want it to do. All right, so there's our card front. Yes, happy birthday, Rosie. Or Shirley, sorry. That was it yesterday? today? I can't really remember. I know we posted. All right, so there's our card base ready to go. And now we're going to do a little masking. I have a piece of Lemon Lolly cardstock, and I'm going to use this, I'm kind of calling it gingham plaid mask right here. And it's pretty straightforward. I'm not even going to adhere this to my work surface. You can if you'd like with a little bit of removable adhesive of some sort. All I'm doing is I'm setting this right over the top, and I'm just going to do some brushing with my blending brush in Daffodil Delight, kind of in the center, roughly in the center. Not at all exact, but you know, you don't want it to be the whole thing. Okay, remember when you're using a blending brush, you're going to ink, and then you're going to start off of your cardstock so that you don't get a big blob. And I am starting in the center of the cardstock panel for a couple of reasons. First off, that's kind of that's where I want to center my brushing. And second off, I know that I'm going to cover that with the die cut flower, and so if I still get a blotch, I'm good. I'm still okay. Now, once you get that going, you can just kind of pick that up, and I'm pretty happy with that. I might extend it just a little bit out here, like that. As you can see, there's no measuring going on. There we go. I'm going to take that and call it a day. There we go. All right. My back is, it's okay. It's trying to be okay. It's okay. We're good. As long as I keep the meds going, we're fine. So, and I am wearing the back brace pretty much all day long. As long as I'm up, I have the brace on. And I try to put the little ice doohickey in there. The ice helps. All right, so I've just matted that on a piece of lemon lime twist cardstock. And you can see that it is just enough smaller than the card base that it's going to let me see that flowering zinnias, okay? All right, now, before you came, Mary is getting excited. I stamped, let me show you what I stamped. I stamped these 4 images right here in Pebbled Path ink. My friend Carol Buckaloo reminded me what a great, now, I appear to be missing a piece, a flower. Oh, come on. I know I cut that. Hang on a sec. Maybe it's over here. No? Well, shoot, fire. But look, I have proof that I cut it out. I have proof. Huh. Well, I'll be dingle-dongled. Dongle-schmongled. See, I've got all these words in my head now because, okay, the only other possible place is on the floor, right? I mean, isn't that the only other possible place? Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to have to cut another one, y'all. I'm sorry. I meant to have this all done. I did. I really did mean to have it all done. Do y'all see it somewhere and I'm just missing it? No? It's going to be one of those videos. I can tell. Okay, let's see. It's this one right here. Will that fit? Yeah, it'll fit there. Okay, so I'm going to do one of these. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let's see. I know, it's just crazy. You know, the problem is as soon as we hang up, and by hang up, I mean, as soon as I turn off the video, I will find it. And then I'm going to have an extra Easter lily here, right? Good Lord. Okay, so I'm cutting it. I'm stamping it in Pebbled Path. Pebbled Path is a great neutral to use. It's darker than the Smoky Slate, but it is lighter than black. All right, now I'm going to go off screen here, and I'm going to cut this out. Let me get my sticky note going. All right. Got to put a sticky note so that it will not wiggle. We do not like a wiggling petal. No, we do not. Okay, I'll be right back. Hang tight. hanging tight, be hanging tight. And then we're going to color these with watercolor pencils, because that gives kind of a gentle coloring to them, not too overdone. Oh, it was under my dang chair. Oh. Well, maybe I'll put maybe I'll put 2 on this one. That could work. Nah, I shouldn't put 1. We'll just save that one till later. But there you go. That was my demonstration of cutting out petals. All right. So for these petals and leaves, we're going to want both sets of the watercolor pencils, because I am going to use Granny Apple Green and Garden Green from the assortment 2. And then I'm going to use Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. Where are you, Old Olive? There you go. And I'm not going to put any orange in. Usually with a flower, I would put some orange in there to give it a little depth, but not with these Easter lilies. Okay? So let's start with our largest flower. And really, all I'm doing is just kind of going from the inside out, so that I'm just adding some color. You don't want to color the whole thing, because Easter lilies are in fact white with kind of a yellow center and a little bit of soft yellows on the leaves. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of this Daffodil Delight to the shadowing that is already on there, because Stampin' Up! Artists are the best. Oh, I cannot wait, because by this time next week, I will have seen the 2023, or no, this is 2024, isn't it? The 2024-25 annual catalog, right? Yay! I wonder what it's going to be. So do you guys have anything you're hoping will be in there? Anything you want? And you don't even need to say the Stamp-A-Majig, the return of the Stamp-A-Majig, because I am already hoping for that. So that would be redundant. But is there something you hope we'll have? Let me know. Okay, so there's that one. And then for this one, I'm just going to barely touch up here, because here's the flower and this is leaves, and we're going to get that in a minute. This is leaf here. All right, and then this one has some flower showing, but this is leaves, this is leaves, this is flower. So we're going to put the yellow in the petals part, not in the leaf part. And I may come back if I need to. So for the leaves portion, we'll start here with the stems and the leaves, okay? New in colors. Yes, I know. And yes, a magnetic plate would be wonderful. More sentiments with dyes. Yep, I feel you there. More coffee sentiments. So you're not quite caffeinated enough, eh? Okay. All right, so I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green and I'm going to mostly color the leaves here, like so. And we're going to use 2 colors to add a little bit of depth. I'm going to start with Garden Green, and I'm just kind of going along where those shade marks are. And down here to add just a little bit of, you want it to be looking a little more dynamic. You don't want it to look flat. So adding a little bit of color makes it look a little more dynamic. But then I thought a little bit of Old Olive to tone it down just a little bit, like that. You can't really see it. It's not like your brain goes, holy moly, she put Old Olive in there. But it does, I think it makes it look more leafy. More leafy. Okay, so for the next one, back to Granny Apple Green. And we're just keeping it kind of down by the center, by the bottom, like that. And, you know, I was actually wrong. These aren't leaves. These are petals, but they're opening. So I'm not putting yellow on them. I'm putting a little green because they're kind of like the outer portion of the flower. Okay, so a little green. the granny apple, a little bit of garden, not very much, and then a little bit of the old olive. Okay, just like that. And then we'll do the same over here. For this little guy, we'll color the whole stem. And then just put a little taste of green at the base of this opening bud. Okay. There's probably not an actual Easter lily on the planet that looks like this, but it's my Easter lily and this is what it looks like. All right, and then finish up with the old olive, like that. What's it? Early espresso blends. Yes, yes, I would like early espresso blends too. Very good call. Very good call. Okay. And did I put old olive on this one? I don't know. See, you can't even tell, so I'm going to put it back on there. Okay, and that's it. That's all the coloring that we're going to do there. So I'm going to take my masked piece here and ask them to make the longer sentiments a little larger for those who need. Yes, there you go. Absolutely. All right, so I am going to go ahead and figure out where I want everything. And before I adhere it, I will end up, I'm going to do my sentiment here. Okay, and I'm using Peace I Give Unto You, and I'm going to do that in Old Olive ink. Blends in every color, yes. More watercolor pencils, that's a good one. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm getting a good image. Yep, I am. We're gonna stamp it right here. Just like that. Okay. My husband is watching the latest Willy Wonka movie. And it was weird. I was watching it just a little bit right before this. And, you know, usually like all the other Willy Wonkas I've seen, it's kids that go on the tour. But it was like adults. They were all chewing the gum that tastes like different things. And it was adults. And I'm like, that seems weird. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. All right, so once the sentiment is in place, then you can kind of build your Easter lily from there. Come here now. Now we're going to put the Easter lily like so. And then this little guy is going to go, let's turn him just a little bit. Let's do like that. Yeah, there we go. Just kind of turn it and play with it until it looks nice. And then we're going to stick this little guy in here. And when I get him adhered, I'm going to put this leaf on top of that leaf so that you get a little more feel of dimension. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to adhere this leaf, this petal, this flower, and the stems with liquid glue. And then we're going to pop this guy on with dimensionals. Okay. So I'll get my liquid glue out. Stamparatus. Yeah, some kind of a positioner would be really, really nice. Military and retirement. Yep, I concur. All right, so we're going to use a little bit of liquid glue. Remember, liquid glue, you want to be sparing with it, okay? Because its upside is it squishes, and its downside is it squishes. All right, and let's see. I think we want to wipe that off. Didn't want that as far down as it went. I don't think. Get back there. All right, we're going to put him right there like that. Okay. And then this guy will be on this top piece. All right. I see comments scrolling. Hang on a second. A very hot long weekend in Australia. Oh, wow. Is there direction on how to put the die cut lily together? I haven't seen one, but Linda, I did do another card with the Easter lily. Hang on, in fact, I think I still have it. Just a second. And here, this is the first card I did with the Easter lilies, and this uses all of the die cuts. So just search each Easter lilies on my blog, and there's a sentiment or a PDF for that. Okay. Yes, friend would be good. Yes. Get well. Yes, these are all very, very good ideas. Okay, now before I put this final guy on, I'm going to put my large flower on, and I'm going to do that with the dimensionals. And because I'm tucking, whenever you're going to tuck something, God, I hate those edge pieces. I mean, yes, I have to use them because they're still dimensionals, but I don't have to like them. Okay, when you're going to be tucking, be sure that you put your dimensionals towards the center of your die under which you are going to tuck so that you have tuck room. You don't want to lose out on your tuck room. Alrighty, here we go. Yes, everything on this, there's no other stamp sets used on this card. Okay, we're going to put this guy right here, like so. And then I'm going to tuck this person under here, like this, and slide him under that leaf as well. Just like that. Okay, and there is our, that's right, tuck room, Rosemary, you are exactly correct. There is our flower, and now I'm going to add some of these swooping swallows and swallow swoopers. And we're just going to do some here and there and everywhere. Some are going to go swooping up. Some are going to go swooping down. And put one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need another one. Let's swoop this guy like so. There we go. And there's our card front. Easy peasy. Very simple. Oh, I guess I could go ahead and put this on. I mean, what could, oh, I'm not going to even say that out loud. I was about to say what could go wrong at this point, but whenever I say that, something goes wrong. So I'm not going to say it. Nope. Nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. Well, I bought a dress or two, a couple of sundresses to wear to on stage, and I ordered them from Sam's online, and when they got here, they were too big. So we toted them yesterday back to Sam's. I got the next smallest size down. And I was all tickled with myself because I went from a large to a medium, and I was happy with that. But the medium wasn't good. It was like, instead of being one size down, it was like 2 sizes down. So wadded them back up, took them back to Sam's, and now I have the too big. But I figured that way I can wear a t-shirt under them, and that'll be better. So I couldn't wear anything under the mediums. So I have a large, and it's going to be too big, and it'll be all frumpy, but I don't care because they're cute and they're pretty. Okay, so there's our card front. Let's go ahead and get the inside done. And I am just going to do a white panel. And I am going to stamp He Is Risen in Old Olive because it's an Easter card, and so this seems like a very good sentiment for an Easter card. And we're going to stamp that right in the middle. Hold it a beat, don't wiggle it. There we go. And then, oh yeah, I can't, you didn't get in, huh, Cheryl? That's way too sad, because yeah, it's like right there. That's a bummer. And then I'm going to take this guy. This has been my problem child stamp all day because, you know, I lost him. But he'll be good. He's going to be good now. I'm really certain of it. Let me move this out the way before I get myself into a mess. Don't want to be in a mess. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink him in Pebbled Path, stamp him off once, and then we're going to stamp him right here. Okay. And I'll tell you what, while I have him out, I'll stamp the front of my envelope, and I'm going to stamp it kind of like that. And I'm using full strength because I'm not trying to go over anything. Ah, a different black. Well, that's a good call. All right, and now we're going to just gently color this. Gently color this, okay? So I'm just adding a little bit of daffodil to the centers here. And up here a little bit. And then a little bit of Granny Apple Green. Like that. A little bit of Garden Green. and a smidge, which is a very small amount. In case you weren't aware, a smidge is a very small amount of Old Olive. Okay? And then because they're flat and wonderful, I'm going to add some of these guys too, because I like them a lot. I like them so much. They're beautiful, and they're kind of perfect for this kind of a card, don't you think? I think they are. There we go. And then we will adhere this to our, see, I got rid of everything. Instead of just the card, I got rid of everything, and that was crazy. Not care for their stamp pad much. I know, but you know what, Judy? I think the formula for the tuxedo black is different enough that if they tried to use the foam, the same foam that they use on the other colors, I'm almost 1000% certain it would probably like eat it or something, and that wouldn't be good. Oh, thank you so much. That would be fun, Cheryl. The problem with On Stage is it's pretty chock-a-block full. It's, to be honest, it's kind of exhausting. I'm not going to kid you. When you get into the hotel room at night, all you can do, at least all I can do, is fall into bed and then think, oh no, I got to do it again tomorrow. Because it is tiresome. And I won't lie, I'm a little bit concerned about the walking and the standing with my back hurting. But we will persevere because that is what we do. All right, with that done, we're going to adhere this to the inside of our card base with liquid glue. I like the lemon lime twist with the Old Olive, don't you? And that was totally not my color palette. I did not know that that would work until I saw the DSP. That's lemon lime twist and Old Olive on that DSP, and so that means it's good. Yes, it is it's a long time. Thank you, Rosie. Yeah, make sure you guys pay attention. I mean, I don't mind if you join the Zoom next week. There just won't be anybody there. Or the YouTube is the same. It just never will happen because I just won't be able to. But we will be posting on my Facebook, my business Facebook, I will post. And it's entirely possible that we'll go live at some point just to say, hey, sup? You know what? I haven't colored my front flower. I should stop yakking. Pay attention. Be paying attention, Mary. Be paying attention. All right, so I got that done. World's easiest fussy cut out of the way, but let's go ahead and do some coloring here. And we can get a little bit busier with the watercolor pencil because this is full strength and we're not trying to protect any sentiment, right? All right, and then with our Granny Apple Green down here at kind of the base to show that's where the outer leaves are. Outer leaves never really lose their green. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You can't tell me otherwise unless you can show me a picture of an Easter lily in your house. Then I might believe it. Okay, so there we go. And that, as they say in some industry somewhere, is that. There we go. And I do appreciate, I hope you like it. I do hope you like it. We have Easter coming up very soon. And so you still have time to make some Easter cards, and I hope this will be on your list. So thank you so much for spending part of your weekend with me. Don't forget to set those clocks forward so that you are on time to whatever you need to do tomorrow. And I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. All right? Thank you so much, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.